Yo, have things been feeling like they're ending, but also beginning at the same time? In this video, you're going to begin to understand what this Aquarius new moon solar eclipse is really doing to all of us, and why this moment feels perhaps like a timeline shift. Things are changing. We'll talk about what an eclipse actually is, why this one feels a little unpredictable, and how Saturn and Neptune entering the sign of Aries is going to adjust and change the next decade. So I also want to include what it might mean for you personally, not as if I know you, but more along the lines of course, the energetic signatures that we all exist in. With that being said, I mentioned that it's Aquarius. A few weeks back, we had a moon in the sign of Leo, directly opposite Aquarius. Leo asked us, how are we seeking external validation? Where in our life is maybe the ego ruling? And where can we shine brighter, right? How can we shine from here and be less in this? I personally, I have an Aquarius North Node. So if you relate to that, this feels, I know you feel this. There's something happening. Intellectually, we're growing as a collective, seeing things from a higher level, right? Aquarius energy is all about that higher perspective, that broader avenue of looking at something. It's more detached from emotions, and it's looking at things. It's an air sign, so it looks at things from a logical standpoint. With Aquarius being present right now, it's not alone. We have multiple planets in this particular sign, and we did have about 5 of them. We also have that movement of Neptune and Aries. These planets move every decade or so. So them moving into a new sign around the same time frame, it's a pretty powerful conjunction here. Moving from emotional and dreamy Pisces into fiery and initiatory Aries, moving from the 12th to the 1st. And it all lines up, right? I've been talking about this for a time. Last year was a 9, an ending. We're moving into year 1, the 17th, right? The new calendar year in the Chinese zodiac, moving into the fire horse. The horse is about movement and transition and forward mobility, as well as irritability, right? A horse has to be able to roam and run and do the things that's good for it. So we're coming into a time frame that's really asking us, where have we been dreaming without taking action? And the question I've been asking myself is, what is authenticity? I've been going through Aaron Dowdy, if you know him, I'll link his stuff. He's changed so much about how I see the patterns that I've existed in that Leo energy, right? As an Aquarius North Node, we often fall into the South Node energy, and Leo is South Node, and it wants external validation. It wants to be seen. It wants to be praised. It wants to be the center of attention when it's unhealed. And a lot of this represents and resembles parts of my past, right? Coming from an environment of people pleasing, coming from an environment where I wanted to fix things. Someone had an emotion, let me fix it. Overgiving, right? Living from this space, it's very easy to give more than what maybe is received. So learning to temper that and not pour myself into a stranger, essentially. And this comes from hard lessons, right? Doing it over and over and over and feeling depleted. Because searching for validation, searching to be chosen, searching to be seen, searching to be soothed and to be nurtured, when in reality, the goal is to go into Aquarius. The goal is to become more detached, more self-sufficient, more sovereign in our own energy. And for my own energy, right? Speaking on my personal experience here. So this can be a trying time because the ego, the mind, wants control. It wants to be seen. It wants to be validated. But we're stepping out of the I and into the we. Leo is I. Aquarius is we. It's humanitarian. It wants us to grow bigger. It wants us to remember we are a unit. Just like all the birds and all the fish, a school of fish, right? Just like the planet Earth. Everything on this planet is a part of this cohesive system. And humans are a system. We are the same. And when we come together, things change, right? We wouldn't be able to do this. You wouldn't be able to see me on camera, hear my voice, see me acting whatever. And if it wasn't for a cohesive unit, a supply chain, a business, working together, multiple humans using their brains and their ideas to bring a larger picture into reality. We are so strong when we come together and we see a bigger picture. So I want to talk about this moon. I feel like this might shift some things. Before I start, I want to say thank you for being here. Truly. I sit in tremendous gratitude for the ability to do this, for the ability to walk beside you and to share the knowledge that I have. I want to let you know that I'm grateful for you. I don't know you. Maybe I do. But either way, I want to say thank you. Let's jump into this. So this is a solar eclipse, and it's different than a new moon. When a new moon is by itself, it's simply asking us to begin something quietly in the dark. With the eclipse present, the sun is right behind the moon, and the sun is life. The sun is energy. It's how every living thing on this planet maintains life. And with this moon being an eclipse and the sun being behind it, there's an acceleration happening. It's removing what is unstable, and it can shift direction suddenly. And new moons are in the dark. But with the sun being present, it's going to expose everything that's been hidden within plain sight. And this one is happening in Aquarius. Aquarius rules community, technology, networks, the future, and systems we participate in. You hear that validation. There's sirens going off in the background. So when a solar eclipse happens here, it's like a cosmic system update. Some connections will dissolve, and some platforms may shift. But dreams, they are evolving. You may notice changes in your friendships, your audience, your social circles, your digital identity, or even the way that you think about the future. And this eclipse, it's tightly squared to Uranus, And that means that change is not slow. It's disruptive in a liberating way. It can feel sudden, but sudden doesn't mean wrong. Uranus is the only planet in our solar system that rotates 90 degrees from everyone else. Oh, they're about 90 degrees. Saturn and Jupiter, even Neptune has rings, and they're all horizontal on the plane of the planet. But Uranus is the oddball. It lays sideways. So it represents this difference, being different. With this, Aquarius is asking, who are you becoming within this bigger picture view? Not in the private, not in isolation, but in public. Not with just your emotions, but socially. And here's where it gets deeper. Just days after this eclipse, Saturn and Neptune officially meet in Aries. And as I mentioned, this is rare. Saturn represents structure, discipline, and reality. Neptune represents dreams, spirituality, and imagination. And when they come together, at the very first degree of Aries, a new 13 to 36 year cycle begins. Aries is action, identity, initiation. So this eclipse isn't just about change. It's about the embodiment. You can no longer just dream. You must build. You can no longer just hope. You must initiate. Neptune, moving from Pisces into Aries, ends a 14-year era of dissolving boundaries and emotional fog. Now, spirituality is becoming courage. Intuition becomes action. And healing becomes our responsibility. This is the shift from dreaming about change to being the one who actually creates it. And then the sun moves into Pisces immediately after the eclipse. And just days later, Mercury will station retrograde in Pisces. And this matters, because while the eclipse accelerates change, Mercury retrograde slows perception. It asks you to review what was just initiated. It asks you to rethink, refeel, and reinterpret before moving too fast. Because Aries, it takes action, it moves, it takes right away, boom, I'm going to do it, they're out the door. And with Mercury in Pisces, communication becomes intuitive rather than logical. Boundaries begin to blur, and emotions will speak louder than words. Perhaps old conversations resurface. Creative ideas might even return. And dreams, they might feel louder, because Mercury is communication, Pisces is dreamy. So these two things can become one right now. So if this eclipse or the energy or the world feels like a sudden turn of the wheel, Mercury retrograde is the integration phase that follows. It's asking us to slow down. It's asking us to clarify, to listen more than you speak, to revise before you launch. And this isn't a contradiction. It's actually a calibration. There's a softening happening here. And it's saying, feel it, process it, grieve what has ended. To do all of these things, to feel, to recontemplate, to relook at things, rather than the logic and the initiation, the fiery sign of Aries, to take a step back, reevaluate, feel it. Give yourself time. Be patient, not impulsive. Because once we charge forward, Aquarius is going to say evolve. Aries is going to say act. Pisces is saying heal. All within the same week. So it's no wonder that the world right now just feels so unstable. It may feel like chaos. It may feel like uncertainty. But there's a recalibration happening. And in that moment between recalibration, there's a liminal space of pause. Before we know, I'm going this direction. But we have to let go of the old in order to move in that direction. Right? Because a closed fist receives nothing. We have to let go. We have to release in order to allow whatever is meant to come to us to fall into our hands. So this is giving us an opportunity to truly take a moment and make sure, is this what I want? Because once you decide, it's off. It will happen. And I know that for you because you are powerful. You are here. This eclipse is a quantum leap marker. It's not dramatic for attention, but it's profound in direction. It may not feel loud externally, but internally, something's clicking. You are not who you were. And you cannot go back to the systems that require that version of you. Whatever's happening in life, whatever's going on in your world, it is happening for you. It is not happening to you. You are a creator. You are a master manifester. You can have whatever you want. You can feel whatever you want. You can think whatever you want. But only if you choose it. So I want to offer, of course, a way to work with this energy right now, because it can be a lot. Simple question. What future am I ready to commit to? Not just fantasize about. And then take action. Send the message. Sign up for the thing. Have the conversation. And if you're being told end something, end it. You are evolving. We all are. It may be loud on the outside, but inside you have a choice. This can be quiet, it can be sudden, and it can be decisive. Before I end this, as I said before, I want to say thank you for being here. If you like the music, everything is made for this particular video. So I'll leave a link if you want to listen to it. If you like the shirt I was wearing, I'll post a link for that to my art store. Check it out. And if you are feeling aligned, if this resonates for you, come join me and others in the Skool community. My hopes are to bring people together that are on the same path. I hope to offer some insight and some guidance and some tools and space that allows others to meet those who are also on the same path, living in the same energetic frequency. Heart-led, soul-led, and purpose-driven. if you've made it this far, I know life has not been easy. But I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for staying here. And if nobody has told you lately, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.